Alrighty, guys. So back, I got the all sanded, got its finish put on. It's just my beeswax, boiled linseed oil, mineral oil finish. I heat sink it in, hit it with the buffing wheel. Instead of pinning it, I decided to do just a real simple Dutchman to hold the crack. I don't know. Again, always trying to find ways to keep up on my carving, woodworking skills. Oh, I forgot something. Be right back. Sorry about that. All right, now that everything's done, everything's fitted, and it's going to stay together for a while. Same thing. I dip these down in my beeswax finish, and all that's for one, it's going to lubricate the threads. For two, it's going to create a little bit of friction and melt the wax. And when that hardens again, it's just going to help keep these screws in there nice and tight. Now I'll show you how the notch system works. If you're pretty new or are new to slingshots, these are slingshot bands. A couple different places sell them. I like to shoot mine with the rough leather in, and I also like to shoot a fairly long band. So I fold the band over about an inch. The band goes in your top notch. You put your walnut plug in the notch. Maybe a smart man would start the screw first. There we go. Get your screw started first. I said fold that over about an inch. Then you want to bring your walnut plug down over the band. And just thread it in. Now with these walnut plugs, you do not want to over torque them because they will crack. We don't want to crack them. You don't have to have them in there ridiculously tight, and it'll hold. It's not going to go anywhere. Bring your other band up and around. Same thing. Fold over about an inch. Hold that with one hand while you set your block. My walnut blocks, I did the same thing. They got put in my beeswax finish. I talk about that a lot, and I hope people don't get sick and tired of it. It's a super old finish mixture. It has been around forever, and anybody that has gotten one of my spoons or one of my spatulas that has commented on the finish like it's some type of new idea, and it's really not. Beeswax finishes have been around for a super long time. uh, Indians used to use beeswax or waxed gourds for canteens. The Vikings did it. Most all of your super early finishes in Europe were about the same way. Then you can see, I said, you get everything down nice and snug. Like I said, you don't have to over torque them. And there you go, slingshot ready for action. I am no professional by no means, but they are fun. We used to love taking our slingshots and the Nerf balls, and we would go around and shoot each other with those in the house for fun. The little Nerf balls, you don't really have to worry about them hurting anything. Uh, if you don't want to do walnut here, if you don't want to use a piece of wood here, you could take a washer that's a fender washer that is big enough to fit this screw and roll one edge over on itself to make your pinch block for the top. I just like using wood pieces. I think it looks nice. I did use a little bit of my black epoxy to fill the crack in on that side. I left a small crack in the back. It's not going to go anywhere with that Dutchman in there. I had a lot of fun making it, and in reality, it's probably a 5 or 6 hour job to build something like this. The super elastic bands from slingshot.com I think are like $5 or $6. You know, a little bit of time, few parts, and less than $10, and you're into a super awesome made yourself slingshot. It is a great hobby for kids. It's a great hobby for adults like myself that act like kids. Carving included with that. But, you know, like I said, don't limit your carving to figurines or spoons or bowls or flat tensile carving. You know, when you get good at making one thing carving, jump into something else. If you are working on carving and it's fun, but it's just not hitting your giggle switch, move on to something else. Try carpentry. Try dovetails. You want to wreck your brain and wish you would have paid attention to your geometry teacher in school? Learn how to make small dovetail boxes. I love cutting dovetails. But at the same token, it's one of those things like when everything is going right and your dovetails fit together really tight and clean and it's all amazing, you're happy. When something's not quite right, you want to throw the whole damn box across your shop. But my point being, there are no limits to what you can do with carving tools. And it really doesn't take much. I just built this bench for when I do my carving demonstration up at Nesmic's. That is all of my carving chisels and 4 of my carving knives. Right there. The only other really important tools that I will include in that as I'm throwing them across is a good hook knife. These from Beavercraft are great. They're inexpensive. They hold a decent edge and they work well. If you've got deeper pockets and a feel for really good high quality, these Mora hook knives are ridiculously sharp. They hold an edge great. I done 4 spoons with this already, and I've only had to strop this once. That's amazing for me. These are springy, so they have some give. Any of your carving woods, these things they're pudding. Again, you can buy this set for less than one of these knives, though. So, like I said, if you're just getting started, or if it's something you're trying to get back into, the Beavercraft is great. If you've already got some tools and you're really showing some interest in it and it's something you want to do, look at Mora. And eventually here, when I get my pages set up, I'll send you some links to some of the other companies I have. I love these. I've had these for years. What I will show you, though, is the big difference. So this is Beavercraft's straight lay carver. This is the other company's straight lay carver. They're practically the same size carver. Now, I'm not super old, so don't say I am, but I'm starting to get arthritis in my hands because I run carvers, chainsaws. I've got tennis elbow really bad. These carvers are amazing. These are about the same quality as Mora. They're really expensive, but the handles are small. I can grab this and not have to like force my hand to hold this. This fits in the hands nice. Beavercraft did a great job making nice, big, bulky handles. Uh, these and this one, I can't even tell you where. I know these were quite expensive because I want to say this was like $40 a decade ago when I bought this. Super expensive, really good quality, hold a great edge, but I cannot like grip this anymore. I ended up talking to a gentleman the other day who takes some wire, like some heavy cordage, and wraps around these, and then takes a piece of inner tube and goes over top of that. And I might try that because I love these knives. I've had them for a very long time. And lastly, you need a strop, which Beavercraft gives you a strop. And picked this up, granted at my buddy's shop at Nesmic's. It's just a ceramic honing rod. And if you've got those things, you can do just about anything in the carving world and then some. And if you really want to get fancy, these are like $20 on Amazon. Get a spoke shave and a hand plane. But your basic carving sets that you're going to need, even if you go with Mora and you get a small J-hook hook knife or a large hook knife and one medium carver, you're still going to be right around $100. This whole set, I think, is $30 from Beavercraft. Not gonna lie, they're not the same quality, but this is still a really good set. I still use this set just like I use my other ones. So there really is no bad carving knife as long as you can sharpen them. And Beavercraft even has books on how to sharpen them. Oh. But that's the end of the slingshot videos. Maybe when it's not like 4 degrees outside, I'll pull my slingshot pouch out and we'll take some shots out of it and see how this thing does. And get out in the barn and get some pigeons this summer. Hey, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you guys have enjoyed my slingshot series. And if there's anything else you want to see, any questions you have on any of the tools I use, or like how I built my shave horse, or just anything in general, I am here. I'm trying to post often enough I'm not good at this algorithm shit, and I really don't care about it either. But the videos I make are just as much for me as it is for you guys. I just put them out there so y'all can see. I don't know. Have a great night. Shut these damn phones off. Put some tools in your hand. Go make a mess. Go have some fun. Learn a new skill. Y'all have a great one. Thanks.